why do I do intros like this? What's up, guys? We got a new episode. This is going to be a different kind of episode because we're not going to build anything in this episode, but instead, I got updates, and updates. And we're also going to be doing a giveaway in this video. I'm going to give away a set of these mini Pit Bike tall bars. They have my custom Chris Uno logo on them. But you're going to have to stick around to the end to figure out how to win these. But for the updates in this video, I mainly want to focus on this thing. The pit bike that has kind of been shoved to the side for a while now. We are getting back to it. But before I tell you anything about what we have going on with the pit bike, I do have some updates I have to inform you guys on about the Zero. So let's get to this first before I tell you about this, because it's all going to make sense later. Let me get the Zero out. Quick thing, if you're wondering what that cracking noise was in the intro, it was my 100-year-old chair that I have here that I use all the time. This chair was made in 1914, and that stupid intro I made just cracked it in half. So that was the noise. But back to the Zero. As far as the Zero goes, my update for this thing is it's faster than how I left off in that last episode. I kind of left off saying that this thing was a glorified mountain bike. Basically what I'm riding is a glorified mountain bike, and it wasn't really anything too special, but I was wrong. I had the settings not really 100% on the controller, so it was definitely pretty played down. It had a lot more power in it, but it doesn't really have the power that I really wanted. If you want to see a clip of what it is now, I recorded it the other day. I'm just going to put it in now. Alright, so here it is with the tweak settings. This is not how we had it in the last episode. It's actually way faster, but I have my phone taped to the handlebar so you can see it, but we'll just go top it out down one of the side roads so you get an idea of what it does. Alright, ready? Seto! Get in it! So that's pretty much all it has. I mean, it is plenty fast. But I don't think it's fast enough for what I wanted for the pit bike. So with that, we're gonna have to make some changes. Hopefully the audio is better so you can actually hear the bike a little more, because in that last video you couldn't hear anything. Oh, look, ice. Oh my god. Oh my god. Let's bring it back. So back to the bike. By the way, that cop didn't even look twice. He didn't even pull up. He just made a left and kept driving. He was a cool cop. I like those kind of cops. But for the bike, I have it tuned perfectly. Well, at least to the point where I'm happy with it. It does have really good acceleration if I hold the bike down. Ready? So, like, it's got a lot of power. And that's the regenerative braking doing that. That's not me hitting the brake. Like, I'm not going to hit the brake. I love how this bike feels. I wish it was faster, yes. But for what it is, the motor fits in there so nice. The batteries fit in there so nice. It's so clean. It's so simple. So I'm going to leave the motor in this thing. But that means I'm not going to have a motor for this thing, which we'll get back to. So that's the update on the Zero. Actually, one other thing for the Zero is I called up Golden Motor. And I'm like, yo, do you guys have any kind of gauges? And he's like, yes, we have this thing. So this is their, like, their gauge for the bike. So I can see what the battery amp draw, I can see the battery percentage, I can see how much is left, all on this, what is this thing called anyway? The Cycle Analyst V2.3. This is the shunt, goes on the negative cable. But I'm going to put that on the bike, and that's pretty much going to be the end for the Zero. It's perfect. The only other time you're probably going to see this thing is when I take it on the dirt for a test run. So that's the update for the Zero. We got a gauge. I got it tuned. It's fast. When the battery's fully charged, it tops out around 49 miles an hour. And it just has good acceleration. That's it. So now for the second update, the pit bike. This is where it's going to get interesting. What should I do for a motor? We still have this ME0907, the Mote Energy with the bad Hall sensor, and believe it or not, this is going to be one of the updates. I called up Mote Energy and I'm like, hey, I got a pretty new motor, the ME0907, and it needs a Hall sensor. And the guys over at Mote Energy, looks like John, he sent this. He sent me a Hall effect sensor and a replacement fan, because he says when I take this fan off, I'm going to probably end up damaging it. So, thank you, John, over at Mote Energy, for the parts to fix this. But I don't think I'm going to use this in the pit bike, because then I would have to use a controller, something like this Sevcon. And for all you guys that know about Sevcons, these things suck to program, and I don't feel like dealing with it. Also, the bulkiness of it. I mean, between the motor and the Sevcon in that frame, and then I have to fit 3 more Greenwork batteries. It's overwhelming. It's too much, and I'm not going to do it. I will make a video in the future of replacing the Hall sensor in the Mote Energy motor for all of you that are interested. If you want to see what it looks like, here's what it looks like. That's it. That's the Hall effect sensor. It's not what you thought, is it? It's kind of crazy. So we'll just save that for a future video. But back to the star of this video. I think we're like up to episode 6 for the electric pit bike conversion, starring this thing. And since I ripped the guts out of it and I put it in the Zero, we're back to step 1, which is typical for the Chris Uno channel. I mean, just keep working on things and then starting over and working on it again. But since we're getting a little traction with this build, I figured I'll do something very, very special. I want to use a special motor on here. Actually, more than just a motor. I want to use a complete special setup. For that, I took to the internet, just like everybody else would do, and I started scrolling through YouTube. And I stumbled across this guy. I'll play his intro. Some of you might know him. Electrobrap. Yes, we are partnering up with Electrobrap on this build. Now, if you don't know who he is, I'm going to leave the link in the description below to his YouTube channel. Go check it out. Electrobrap, get back to making more videos. People want to see him, especially after this episode. So, not only does he have a cool YouTube channel, but he also started his own little company called Electro & Company. And they are a dealer for the QS motors. If you haven't seen the QS motors, they're using them on all these motorcycle builds. If you follow the electric motorcycle group on Facebook, you'll see a lot of the builds. A lot of people use the QS motors. So I think I'm going to use a QS motor in the pit bike. But not any QS motor. See, the Electro and company, they made a kit that you can buy, which comes with the motor, the controller, and a battery. So far, they have a ready-to-go kit. It's called the EMX14. It might be out of stock, but give them some time. They're going to get back up to it. Just takes a little while to do these things. But their kit is for a 2002 to 2016 KTM 65. They make a direct bolt-in motor, controller, and battery for the frame. Like, that's mind-blowing. That's amazing. What they're doing is awesome. They're making electric conversion kits ready to go for you guys to buy to just mount to the frame. So you don't have to deal with the cutting and the welding and all the other hard stuff that come with modifying dirt bikes. So I reached out to him and I'm like, what can we do for the pit bike that I have here? Because it's not a KTM frame. It's a Chinese pit bike frame. And he told me that QS makes this V3 motor, which is a geared motor. Here's what it looks like on the inside. So it has a gear reduction of, I think, 2 to 1 or maybe 3 to 1. So for every 2 times the motor spins, the output shaft is going to spin once, which is great. We can reduce the size of the rear sprocket, which is the same effect I was trying to achieve with the jack shaft on the pit bike. So since we're going to be using that motor, we are going to be ripping out basically everything that we've been doing on all these previous episodes, just to make the QS motor fit in there. But I think this is going to be a game changer for you guys, because this is a kit that you can go out and buy. You can buy the motor, the controller, and the battery. You don't have to source anything. It makes life so easy. So with that, we got big improvements to come. The whole point of making this video was to share this news with you. So Electro and Company and Chris Uno, he's basically just giving me the parts to build the bike. I did pay for it. I'm not getting it for free. This is not a sponsor video by any means, but I just love what they're doing so much that I just want to share it and I want to be part of the process. So definitely go check them out. Like I said, I'm going to put the link to his YouTube channel below. I'll put the link to his website down below. He's a really cool dude. Send him a message if you're interested in anything QS motor related, anything like that. They're the people to talk to. He's got videos of the EMX14 and the thing rips. I mean, it's fast. And I'm hoping I can get the same results out of this thing. So that's what we're doing for motor. If you're wondering why I'm wearing this helmet and the goggles, it's what Electro Brap does in all his videos. I have yet to ever seen his face. So I had to stay true to it, but it's getting hot in here. So this is going to be a big change for this build. So if you're able to just bear with me for a little while, I think it's going to be well worth it. I'm going to rip all this stuff off, even the battery box, because like I said, when you buy these kits from him, you get a motor, a controller, and a battery. So like, I'm going to make it just bolt right into this frame. I'm going to try to make it as if you bought this kit. I'm going to show you how to mount it to a frame like this. Now this is a bigger style pit bike, you got to keep that in mind. I don't think the motor that I chose is going to fit in the smaller Chinese brand or Honda frames. I think you need like the mid-size pit bikes, which this one is. This was a 140cc. So that's what I got for the updates in this video. Now before we bring this video to an end, I did say I'm going to be doing a giveaway. So if you want to win these pit bike tall bars with the custom Chris Uno logo, this is one off. These are very special. You're not going to see another one of these really anytime soon. All you have to do is, in the comments below, let me know how many times I said updates in this video. Also, you have to share this video on any platform. I don't care what platform, just share it. And give the video a like. So when you do all those things and you write it in the comments below, I'm going to be checking them. I'm going to just put all the names in a hat, and I'm going to pull out a lucky winner, and you're going to win these handlebars. Now, for the people 2 episodes ago that I said I was going to give a shout out in a future video, I know who you guys are. You guys are automatically entered into this giveaway, so just do those simple steps and these could be yours. With that, I'm bringing this video to a wrap. I'll see you guys in the next one. Hopefully we'll be building the pit bike with the QS motor from Electro Company, and I'll just see you guys then. All right, peace.